Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So today I will be talking to you about why I'm returning my Xbox Series X. So I was very excited to get the Xbox Series X and I was quite impressed, yes, with the speed of the system. Here's the reason why I'm returning the console. I'm not returning the console because it's bad. Not by any means. It's a really good console. Trust me. It's the lack of games. Now, if you've watched videos like this, you know that PlayStation has the better games, and they have more exclusives. This is what is attracting me to get the PlayStation 5, because right now I have the Series X and I've only played it for a day, and it feels exactly the same as my One X. The only difference is the speed. That's it. I do enjoy the speed, but at what cost? Because I know the PlayStation 5 is basically the same thing, but they have better exclusives. So the exclusives that I really like to see is Spider-Man, because I really like Spider-Man and I really want to play the game, and it shows the true ray tracing that we've all wanted to see on a console. Yes, Xbox is going to have it, but it doesn't have any games that are capable of it yet. I think Gears 5 is, but I'm not really interested in that game. Like on PlayStation, they seem to have truly next generation stuff. For instance, take the UI. The UI on the Series X is exactly the same as on the One X. There is no change at all, so you don't get to find new features that you never knew about before. Whereas on the PlayStation 5, they have a brand new UI that's rendered at 4K HDR. Now that isn't a deal breaker or anything, but it's pretty cool that they put this much thought into the UI. The other thing is, I wish that they put Halo Infinite in. I understand that the game did not look finished, obviously, but that I do agree that yes, that really did heavily impact this system. Because if it had Halo Infinite that was truly a next generation game, then I probably would be keeping the Series X. I just can't. I felt so guilty after I bought it. Well, I didn't feel guilty after buying it, but yesterday after playing it for the entire day, I felt like, why am I doing this? I just spent $800 on this system. Why am I keeping it if I don't feel like it's a worthy purchase? Don't get me wrong, I will get the Series X again, only when Halo Infinite comes out. Because as of right now, there is nothing to it. It's all the same games, it's everything. And there is another issue that I had as well. So as you know, the Series X is capable of backwards compatibility. Now this is amazing that they were able to pull this off and was one of the main reasons why I got this console. But here's my issue. All of the games that I wanted to play on the Series X that were from the 360 and the original Xbox, they don't play like I thought they were going to play. What I thought, I might have misconstrued what Xbox said. From what I remember, they said most, if not all, of the backwards compatible games would be set at 4K HDR at 60 FPS. And if it wasn't HDR, it was auto HDR. This is what they said. And I wanted to play games like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. That did not happen. It was still at 30 FPS. It was still at like 4K, I think. And I just didn't understand. Why was it not rendered at that? Because we were told that they were going to be like that. And I saw a video where Star Wars: The Force Unleashed was running at 60 frames per second on the Series X, and I just didn't get that. So that was the first disappointment. And then I tried a couple of other games that were backwards compatible, same thing. So I don't understand what happened there. Like, the backwards compatibility is cool, yes. They didn't have the upgrades that I thought they were going to have. So I can just easily play those games on my One X. I will admit though that Forza Horizon 4 looked amazing at 60 frames per second at 4K. It was truly amazing. I'm really sad and disappointed about the Xbox Series X. I feel bad because I was boasting how well this system would be and all that. And again, this is an incredible system. It's just not for me right now. PlayStation has the good exclusives, like Spider-Man, Demon's Souls. They've shown more than Xbox has next-gen wise. Yes, I know Spider-Man Miles Morales and the remastered version is still for PS4, when you play it on PS5, they have ray tracing, 4K, and they even have an option where you can play at 60 FPS without ray tracing, and that's just amazing. The Series X, yes, they will have their exclusives, but not for another year. And that's a long time, quite honestly. Like, I understand Halo Infinite's coming out, but that probably won't be out until next year. Like, November. Same thing for other games like Forza Motorsport. That probably won't be out for another 6 months or so. We actually don't know how long that's going to be. And I know this is still the case with PlayStation 5, but there won't be any true next-gen only games for another couple years. To have that, it's just not right to me. This is why I'm going to get a PlayStation 5. And I will probably have Cyberpunk on the PlayStation 5 as well. Yes, I know it can be on the Series X. Cyberpunk being the only game that's next gen on the Series X, that doesn't sit well with me. Yes, I know there's Game Pass as well, and that's still an incredible deal. I still will have Game Pass, even though I have the PlayStation 5. PlayStation has so much more to offer than Xbox right now. Yes, Xbox is going to the right direction. They really needed those exclusives, and they really had to make sure that Halo Infinite was good. Yes, I agree that they should have delayed it, which is good. They should have known that this doesn't look good. Last thing I'll speak about is that the Series X controller feels exactly the same. Like, yes, it does feel good in the hands. Like, it feels amazing. It fits in my hands perfectly. They just don't feel noticeably different to a lot of people. The PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, I've heard, is incredible. Like, they say it's the most next-gen thing you'll see, which is really cool to see and to hear. I really want to know what the vibration and the haptic feedback is like, because I've heard you can feel literally everything. And quite honestly, I don't believe it. I personally cannot believe that. You can feel the texture of ice, you can feel the texture of sand and all that. I'm like, there's no way this is real. So I really desperately want to know about that. And I've heard the haptic feedback is really good in Demon's Souls as well. Yeah, it's just that the Xbox Series X controller doesn't do that. And the only reason I would really like that controller is to use it on my PC. I just don't have an incentive to keep the Series X right now. Anyways, whenever I get the PS5, I'll make sure to review it, and yeah, hopefully it's better than the Series X. And again, by no means am I saying that the Xbox Series X is bad. It's a great system. I just personally want the PlayStation 5 more. That's it for today's video. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you in the next one.